Lockheed Martin has partnered with the Office of Naval Research to see if they can make artificial intelligence that not only trains robots on how to oversee 3D printing operations, but also able to adjust the process to make sure that quality 3D printed parts are actually being made. The issue is that while 3D printing makes it possible to create part geometries that, until now, were never before available, if only one small section of that part doesn't meet spec, the entire part is unusable. The team is led by Lockheed Martin's Advanced Technology Center, and it will spend $5.8 million over 2 years to build custom multi-axis robots that use laser beams to deposit metal material, also known as direct metal laser sintering. They want to find new ways that machines can observe, learn, and make decisions to make more consistent parts. The applications are many, as the prospect of using 3D printers to replace the supply chain is an uptime pipe dream. Consider printing replacement parts for remote oil and gas operations, or equipment for soldiers while they're in the battlefield. Really, it's just the next step towards actual just-in-time manufacturing. Other than the printing materials. Where you will actually walk into a store and pick up a freshly printed part rather than anything off the shelf. The team will first work with a common titanium alloy, and the work will be implemented at various industry, national lab, and university partners. Come on now. This is Mercury, a robot developed over the last 6 years by researchers from the University of Texas at Austin School of Engineering. It demonstrates how instrumental hips are to making biped robots move like a human. Mercury moves its hips to maintain balance and avoid collisions, which, once again, is tested by the researchers rifling objects at the robot. In 5 years during the robot apocalypse, when the last human asks why, the robot will whisper something about cyberbullying and constantly being hit with. By taking a basic human skill and turning it into a mathematical equation, the team was able to program autonomous robots to maintain balance. The technique is called inverse kinematics, and it is often used in 3D animation to give cartoon characters realistic-looking movements. Mercury uses low-level motor position controllers, and the work could be used in everything from emergency response to entertainment. As the researchers say, Mercury's hips don't lie until they put them into robots at Kinky Doll's robot brothel headed to Houston. Then, they'll likely be lying their asses off. Don't go to that website at work. Or in general, really. Come on now. Today, in the downfall of modern society, is human Uber, in which people are actually strapping a tablet to their face so they can be operated remotely. The new concept is from a Sony-affiliated Japanese AR and VR researcher. He recently presented the concept at MIT Tech Review's M-Tech conference in Asia. The concept, officially known as the chameleon mask, is a telepresence system that displays a remote user's face on another user's face. The researchers wanted to tackle problems with teleoperated robots, like it's hard to take a head on a Segway seriously, so they created a human-to-human augmentation system. The Surrogate views the world through a VR rig, and as you pilot, you send commands and hand gestures through interactive software. For example, watch the creepy clip of the user telling the Surrogate to pet the sweater. Ooh, pet the sweater. He does it out for a long time. Pet the sweater. Oh, it's just beta testing. Pet the sweater. According to the researcher, surrogates will be hired to work like a remote user in the physical world, doing our shopping and hanging out with our grandmothers. Some issues persist, both morally and logistically, but let's stick with logistics. How do you know that you've hired the right driver or surrogate for you? Do they need the same body type and style? Could I really hire a petite, blonde woman to watch my son's baseball games while I was out gallivanting in Iowa? No! Because I'll always be there for you, bud. But also because people can't even take me seriously when I make a small change, as to like wearing a graphic t-shirt, let alone dropping 100 pounds and having eerily soft hands. The technology has major implications not only on interpersonal relationships, but what about the effects on the drones? We already have a problem with vetting Uber car drivers, and now we're going to let this person visit our grandmother? Now, this was merely an example of emerging technology, and one that has actually been predicted in the past. But the researchers contend that it also solves problems, like eliminating the need for and crowded space occupied by teleoperated robots. So what I want to know is, if you commit a crime through the surrogate, who's prosecuted? The pilot or the drone? These are the questions that we might soon have to answer. And it's kind of sad. I'm David Manti. This is Engineering by Design.